Hey guys, Mark McDaniel from Boat and Dive. Got two projects going on in this video. One is a project that's been being done by a friend of mine, Bryce, with his 35 Tierra Express, and he's taken on the project of replacing the manifolds and risers. And while all those are off, he's going to do the spark plugs and wires as well. So he is into that project. He's got the manifolds off, he's got the risers off, he's actually put the manifolds back on, and then tomorrow he should be finishing up by putting the risers back on and getting that all buttoned up. So hopefully I'll get some video of that. I'm not sure what his schedule is, or if he wants to do that. I have to go to another boat, which brings me to the second project. So Kokomo is still having problems on the port engine. It's running rough. Now what we've done is we've isolated that the spark plugs are good now, because they were able to pull the fuel tanks from the outboard sides of Kokomo, which was quite a feat, and I didn't get any video of that, unfortunately. But that allowed them to get into the outboard sides of both motors and pull the spark plugs, do compression checks, and check the wires, which they did. They did all that. The compression checks were fine. In the port motor, we've eliminated, compression. We've eliminated spark, hopefully. So now we're down to carburation or fuel, and as being the culprit for it running so rough. So we're going to look at that tomorrow. So you'll see some video of that as well too. That's it. So haven't been doing any diving. The conditions have been terrible. The water's getting colder, but I haven't been in the water for over a month now, and I'm getting itchy to get back in. So hopefully conditions will calm down here. It's not going to happen this weekend, but maybe next weekend. Get some more video of that. Alright, that's it. Enjoy. Here's one of the larger Meridians. They're a division of Bayliner, the 441s. There's a shot of Bryce and his Tierra 35. And the barbecue's going, I can smell it. Okay, so we're down here with Bryce, and Bryce this Saturday is going to replace the riser, the stack here, and the manifold. So we're just talking about the taking the hoses off here and taking the nipples out before the manifolds and the risers come off, because it's easier to get these things off when they're on the engine. And then this hose down here has to come off first, and he's got to have a way of collecting all the antifreeze that's going to come out of there. And then also he's going to replace the plug wires and the plugs on this engine. He's already replaced the plugs over here. So yeah, he's going to have a full day on Saturday. Right. So I'm back down here with Take 5, and Bryce and I think his nephew have been ripping the exhaust manifolds off. So we're going to take a look at that here. Okay, so we got they got the risers off on each engine yesterday, which was good. They haven't taken the manifolds off. They were wondering if they're okay or not, so we're going to take a look at them. Okay, so for sure the manifolds on this starboard engine here need to get pulled out and replaced. The interesting thing about it is the bolts themselves look like they've been replaced. So we can see this is a 6-point exhaust manifold bolt, and I expected to see 12s in there, 12 points. Anyways, they're going to pull the port and starboard manifolds off, just to be sure. He's already got them, so just going to make that happen. I'm going to leave them alone and let them get busy on it. Alright. Okay, so I went over a lot of details with Bryce on how to get these manifolds off, and I suggested to him to use a breaker bar to get those exhaust manifold bolts started. Breaker bars are a lot better to actually break out a bolt that's been rusted over or whatever. Most of you, I'm sure, know what a breaker bar is, but in case you don't, this is a little one. This is a 3/8 inch breaker bar, and you can see there's no ratchet or anything on there. It's just all leverage and force going against that bolt. Sometimes if you use an impact, you can round off the bolts heads, and then you got, you know, all sorts of problems. So he was able to do that. He got all 32 bolts out using a breaker bar, so that was good. We also talked about, you know, reassembling and using anti-seize on the new bolts, so we put them back in. We talked about getting 2 studs so that you can actually put the studs in, put the exhaust manifold gasket on the studs, and then put the manifold on the studs. That makes it a lot easier to put these manifolds back in place. Once they're in place, then you can, you know, put a couple of other bolts in, take the studs out, and then do another manifold. So I think he did most of that. I don't know, I didn't video it, so, but yeah. Yeah, Bryce asked about the torque on these exhaust manifold bolts. I didn't know the exact torque, but I knew they were around 35 to 45 foot-pounds. He later looked it up, or asked someone else, and they confirmed it was 35 foot-pounds. So he had already purchased a torque wrench, which was really important about this. You want to get even pressure when you're putting these manifolds against the cylinder heads to avoid any warping or any leaks. So yeah, torque wrenches are kind of important to have. Anyways, you know, Bryce was apprehensive about tackling this project himself. I knew he could do it. You know, he's young and strong and smart, and he had the help of his nephew, who was also young and strong and smart. So yeah, I'm sure this project's going to go very well for them. And hey, he was able to do it and saved himself a lot of money. So that's good. Back down here with Bryce, and I'm sorry, it's your nephew?
It's my friend Riley.
Ah, Riley, yeah. So they are close to having this project done here. Got a couple of 502s here, and yeah, it looks good.
You got that one? Yeah, I think so. Hey, you want me to, I can help you lift up the tube if you want, or if I can lift this one, or either. There it is, there it's in. Okay. Just fucking force it in.
Alright, they're getting ready to fire this thing up after working on it for 5 days.
Woo!
Looking good. Got all the clamps tightened up.
I think so.
And beautiful Crusader blue there.
Yeah, these things look good.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a difference, up to you.
Alright, third four. You ready, Riley?
Yep. You want me down there?
Yeah, just to be able to see if there's any
Yeah.
leaks, yeah. Alright, here we go.
Okay.
There we go, we got water.
Alright, good. So Riley, what you want to do to check is you put your hand underneath the hoses and just wipe your fingers like this. It should come back.
Underneath these hoses?
Yeah, they should come out. They should come out dry. And then the exhaust hose, lower hose, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about the 2 exhaust hoses?
So just try the exhaust
These
hose.
guys?
Yeah, underneath. Underneath.
Underneath right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, nothing.
Great.
Okay, so don't lean over the engine when it's on, but you have to do the same thing. After the engine's turned off, you got to check those ones over there.
Okay.
Don't do it now, though.
Don't do it now?
No, you don't want to get your clothing stuck in the stuff there. So
Alright.
you can go probably shut it off. Let's try the other engine. Yeah. Turn on the starboard one.
Do you want to check on the outside first?
Yeah, go ahead and
Alright.
check those.
Yeah, check under those hoses.
Am I gonna get like burned or anything?
No.
No, it's only been on for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Alright.
Watch out for that, though.
Oh, Mark.
Sorry, just had to.
I know, this side's a little wet.
That one's a little
Yeah,
wet.
this one's wet.
So go ahead and just take a screwdriver and just tighten that clamp down.
Okay. Manifold's a little...
Okay, so the port engine looks pretty much leak-free. Riley just did some checking there. Let's start up the starboard engine, see what...
Alright, let's do starboard.
Yeah. Well, I think your battery's got some issues there. So, you know how smooth the sidling there, I mean, that tells you right away you got the firing order right.
What?
Because if the firing order was wrong, you feel it and you hear it.
Okay.
So the firing order's good on both of them?
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that, but you know.
It's always a question mark, because, you know, you can make a mistake and
Yeah.
it's easy to do. That's why you always have 2 people check it.
Water over here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright.
Hey, right, there are 2 screws here.
Okay, so Bryce and Riley, wow, they did a great job. They replaced their manifolds and the risers on both engines in 5 days. So, and they saved the cost of a mechanic doing it for them. Bryce did pay Riley a wage while he was working on the boat, which was great because Riley got to earn some money. You know, as an 18-year-old, that's always comes in handy. And he got great experience on working on engines, so that's a win-win. Hey, if you liked what you saw, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. So looking forward to doing more boating videos here, and got to get out and get diving. I haven't been diving for, seems like forever, so that's coming up. Alright, thanks.